Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please don't forget to hit on the like button. An elder of the church has been caught in a horrible act. This is something that no one expected from this particular elder. And he is an elder of the Apostolic Church of Nigeria. His name is Friday Udofa. Has allegedly been caught with enchanting charms in Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. Someone cited him and took pictures of the man because this particular person who took the picture has been trailing this man for quite some time because they saw something suspicious about him. You can see there that they all gathered around him after they trailed him for quite some days and they finally saw what he was doing. They all jumped in his face. You can see that he was shocked and he couldn't even do anything. He just stayed there. They took pictures of him with the charm right in front of him. You could see the shovel there. That's what he was using to dig the ground to bury the charm. And then you would hear someone said that he's actually doing that for his fellow member in the church. Well, but who knows? They've not questioned him yet as of the time they had taken these pictures. But this is shocking a lot of people. See all the people that are around him taking the pictures. And he can't hide it anymore because he's been caught red-handed. You see, these are reasons why you don't draw conclusions until you catch people red-handed. The guys that took these pictures kept on trailing this man because they didn't really understand what was going on, knowing that this is an elder in the church and with the strange way he usually dress and come out at night at odd hours, they knew that this man needed to be followed, and that was what they did. And eventually they caught him in the act, and that was when they jumped in and took the pictures immediately. There was no way this man could even run away. And they took their time so that not to draw conclusions as to what the man was doing at night. And those pictures had already made the whole proof because pictures like this and it's been posted online, the man can't deny it. How will his family feel right now? His wife, his kids, even his fellow members in the church. Whatever religion you are practicing, irrespective of what the leader or any person you're looking up to does in that particular vicinity, there is no point you take because of that person and then you now step away from what you are practicing. One in the middle of the night would always sneak out and is always dressed in black. This picture was not taken randomly, no. This was taken from someone who knew this man. They attend the same church. And he's been observing that this man has been acting weird and then moving out at odd hours. They had to organize themselves with some other friends to just sneak out on the man to know what he was up to. One, you're an elder in the church, and every odd hours of the night you're dressed in black, holding something and going away. Anybody would suspect that something is going wrong, but no one can draw conclusions until you're able to sight the person or catch the person red-handed. And when these guys followed this man, to their greatest surprise, they just waited at one corner. You know, as you just wait to be sure of what the person is doing, rather than jumping into the person, just watch and see what the person is up to. And that was what they all planned to do. They sat down at a corner where the man can't sight them. They waited and said, let them just see to know exactly what this man was trying to do. That was when they caught this man burying charms at the village square of the Ikot Okoro in Aruk Anam local government area of Akwa Ibom State. And that is the man. He was actually caught and then they snapped him immediately. They found this man doing this act. And you could see that from the first picture that was taken As soon as they flashed it, he raised his head. You know, when you are doing something and you are shocked, you take your head up. That was what this man raised his head, and they captured his face. And you could see the second picture, he was like almost trying to face down. You know, he's already caught in the act. What can he do? There's nothing he can do as of this time. It was more than one person that took the picture. It's not like just one person that he'll say, okay, he'll run after the person and then hold the person down. No. And immediately the guy went on Facebook and he posted this on Facebook. He didn't even waste any time at all. Now the question is, what is he doing? Why is he bearing charms in the middle of the market square, allegedly, as they have said? Can we all serve two masters at a time? It's not possible. You can only serve one master at a time. You either choose to be on the side of God or you choose to be on the side of the devil. You can't be on both sides. And that is where some people think they're actually playing God. But God, who sees and knows it all, some people will still be going to church. It can't just be this elder alone. It's just unfortunate that he was caught in the act while he was performing this particular enchantment with his rituals. Some people are never caught, but they still practice serving two masters at the same time. In the daytime, they are in the church and serving God. And then at night, some go into horrible diabolical activities. Then where is the faith in God that you're practicing or you're preaching to people? All right, look at this man. He's an elder in the church. What will he go out there to say? Since he has come out in the open with these pictures, they've exposed him already because it's all over Facebook. And a lot of people that were able to identify him was able to identify that this is the elder in their church. His family members are highly disappointed on seeing these particular pictures now. Why will people go to an extent like this? If you don't want to be identified as a particular person having a particular religion, then go to where you feel you are comfortable. Go to where you feel that's what you really want to do. Because you're playing God and then you're doing this at the same time. What are you trying to achieve? Someone went ahead to say, people through different comments, you don't expect something like this to come out and people wouldn't say things. A lot of people had different things to say. Someone said he must be making those enchantments and burying the charm in the ground for a fellow human being like him. And to make matters what, it might even be someone from his church. This is what someone is saying. Another person is saying he wants to give to God what belongs to God, and then he'll give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Someone is saying tomorrow he will now go back to the church, the pulpit, and then preach to people. And people will sit down and listen. Unknown to them that there's the same man who in the dark does horrible things. A lot of information people have been throwing out there, comments people have been saying, because people are disappointed, especially to people that actually know him one-on-one. People that attend the same church with him are all disappointed, saying if a whole elder will come out to do horrible things like this, what do you expect a mere member of the church? And then when you see people running away from the church as a result of this, would you blame them? Some people are the reason why people leave the church today. But the truth is this: you don't need to leave the church for any human being because you are not there for anybody. Yes, it can be very disappointing when you look up to people and then at the end you're not getting what you expect from them, especially leaders. But you don't serve God because of your fellow human being. You're not doing it to please anybody. Worshipping God is an individual decision. And worshipping God, you know the gains you have from serving God. So if, for instance, a pastor decides to take on acts that are not right even before God, you shouldn't take for that reason and decide you're not going to serve God anymore. It means you're attaching your serving God to the man in charge or whoever is the leader in that particular religious setting. Like I said, some people might be practicing acts like this and they've not been caught. But for the fact that this man is caught now doesn't mean that other people are exonerated or they are doing the right thing. No, we should all have our faith clinged on God. If you can't cling your faith on God, don't pretend that you are in God. Meanwhile, you know fully well you're not there. No one would force anyone to practice any religion. Although in some places they do that, you're being forced to practice a religion that you don't want. It's better that you are where you really want to be than being where you don't want to be and then you're practicing something else. You'll only be deceiving yourself and at the same time hurting people around you. Hurting people in the sense that people are looking up to you. People are feeling that, oh, whatever this person says is what we should go with or is what we should do. And then they turn their backs and they see you doing those things that you kick against in the church. How are you expecting them to feel? They're feeling so hurtful and disappointed because they were looking up to you as a leader and trying to obey what you are telling them to do, which is what they know is coming from the scriptures. And in the end, you're practicing the opposite thing. Not be the party that would be the one responsible leading people away from the right path. Because what this elder has done right now, you will see, find out now, some people will decide they are not going to that church anymore. Some will even decide they may not even go to church anymore at all, no matter the church. They'll be citing this as an example and saying, how are they sure that these leaders are even doing the right thing that they are actually preaching to them? But we shouldn't take because of human weaknesses and human failures and push God aside or decide that you won't go to church anymore. You're not there for any leader. You're not there for anybody. You're there for your own self. You're there to see how you can grow yourself and your own families too. Even though, yes, some people will be disappointed to the point that they want to go away from that church. Well, if you're going away from that church, it's also good you find yourself a church where you would also go and worship with your children. Don't be a party to discourage people from doing the right thing. And what explanation has this elder got to give right now when he's being caught red-handed in this horrible act? If you want to serve God, you serve God. If you don't want to serve God, you pull away and go and do what you want to do. Because it doesn't pay to mislead people. When people see things like this, they are misled. They are heartbroken because they feel like people are playing with their emotions, with their mindset, and people are just playing around with them because they come in to listen to leaders. Please, no one should be discouraged because of what their fellow human beings are doing. You know what is right. You know the right thing to do. Go on doing it. Don't let anyone's failure or anyone's mistake, like what this elder is doing right now, make you or push you to go away from what you believe that is right. We all can control what anybody does. Really, we can't, because look at now in the dark. Would anybody believe that this elder will come out in the dark doing something like this? In as much as we can't control anybody's actions, it's better we just focus on our own self and see how you can be a better person. You can't try to say you want to be a better person and you're looking up to somebody, and then the minute the person makes a mistake or falls, you decide you're not going to be a better person anymore. No, you're not doing yourself any good. Rather, you're doing yourself harm. So no point in looking up to someone and when the person fails or does any mistake, you decide you're giving up. Don't give up all because of anyone's wrong decision. You know what you want. You know the right thing to do. Go ahead and do it. If you want to dedicate yourself in the house of God, go on, irrespective of what you're seeing. That would not stop God from being with you and helping you through it all. And you see that God is so merciful. If this man is caught now in the act and he still goes on to ask for forgiveness in the sight of God and decide not to do it again, that's where he gains his own freedom from God and not from men. Because we as humans, we don't have the power to exonerate people of their weakness and tell them it's over. No, it's only God that has that power to forgive those sins that you open up your mouth to ask him to forgive you. Friends, what do you all think seeing this elder here, an elder in the church? Do you think this will discourage people from going to church? Do you think this will discourage people from actually serving God truly? Or do you think this will make people to doubt the power of God? Because here now you would now ask, does it mean that this man doesn't believe in God's own power? These are questions that people are asking. Is it that the man has lost faith in God? There are a whole lot of questions that will be asked. But at the same time, friends, whatever you feel about this, please you could put that down at the comment section. Friends, let's not cling or attach so much faith in humans, because humans are bound to fail. They don't stand strong for the rest of their lives. One way or the other, they are bound to fail because we are humans. But when you look up to someone and the person fails, don't feel that is the end of the world. Move on and don't fall back because you feel if this person cannot make it, you too, you can't make it. No. Everybody is obligated to his or her own opinion, and every decision you make, it's dependent on you. And then whatever the outcome is, it's only you that would face it because that's the decision you have taken. So if you decide to go on the right path, you know what the result will be. And if you decide to go on the wrong path, you know what the result will be. And also, if you have kids behind that are looking up to you, always try to think and act positive, because what you do today would also count on the actions from your own children or people that you've left behind that are looking up to you, either members or your subordinates. Friends, but you know, it's not easy. It only takes the grace of God to stand strong and stand firm. And especially when things are going wrong. A lot of things are going wrong in the society these days, with the economy down, with a whole lot people disappearing, the kidnaps and all. It's frustrating. So many families are losing it these days. But notwithstanding, we all need the grace of God. All of this should not push you away from what you believe in or from the God you are serving. It should not pull you away from God. There is no power above the power of God. Only Him can keep and sustain each and every one of us. So let's not lose hope or lose faith and then decide to carry out acts that are not right even before God. Man would always fail, but remember that God never fails. Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please don't forget to hit on the like button. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you. God bless you all.